got to call his state championship game playing at Yarmouth High School before he went on to bigger and better things. We used to do the state championships, and I did play-by-play, and we televised them. And actually started at NESN in 1995, about 2 months before his shift with Boston University. So I've known the family, Lee and Brenda, for a long time, and Travis. And people forget what a great hockey player he was. He would have been, in my opinion, one of the best players ever to come out of the state of Maine. Every school wanted him. Boston University won the sweepstakes to get him, and they were coming off a national championship. So they were one of the, if not the top programs in the nation, and he went right in there, and was on the opening day lineup, and that's when it happened. So, I know for a long time in Yarmouth, people in Yarmouth would actually go to the library and you could check out the old VHS tape of Travis playing in high school, because people wanted to go back and remember what he was like as a player. And he was a special player, but a far more special person, obviously, who took a devastating injury, the darkest moment in his life, and turned it into a life's calling, a mission to help other people going through the same thing. A remarkable, inspirational person.
And if you don't mind kind of elaborating on that, like you said, you started at NESN right when, that hockey season was getting underway. So you kind of, covered Travis more as a role model and an inspiration rather than a hockey player. And just, the years seeing what he's been able to do, what did that bring, to the community?
Yeah. What Travis always meant to me was hope. He was a beacon of hope. He was a guy who always believed that there was a better future, there was a better tomorrow, that no matter what you were dealt, what adversity, what obstacles, you could overcome them and have a better future. He strived for that, making incremental gains in his own ability to move a hand, to be able to have a little more control in his life, and to help others get up off the mat after they'd been dealt a similar blow. I don't know how many times in the youth hockey community down here, or in the TV community in sports, we would hear about somebody who had an accident and was in the hospital and was dealing with paralysis or partial paralysis. And someone would say, could you reach out to the Travis people, to his foundation, to Travis, to see if maybe they could talk to this person, help them start to realize what the future is going to hold. And you'd reach out, and they had already talked to him. They had already delivered stuff to the hospital room. They were so tuned in on helping not just the individual who would have an accident, but the family, and start to counsel them on what the future was going to hold, what the small incremental progresses were going to mean. He touched and impacted so many lives around the Northeast, and really everywhere. I mean, the entire global hockey community knew what he had done and what he accomplished, and the money he raised for research, the money he raised to help individuals with the devices and adaptive equipment that they needed to improve their lives. You can't even count it. A remarkable life.
And, like you just said, I mean, every kid since that shift that grew up playing hockey in New England knows the story and knows that kind of inspirational comeback message. And the less than 12 or, however many hours it's been since the announcement of his passing, you've just seen the outpouring of support from, like you said, the New England hockey community, the global hockey community. And does that just show the impact that he had?
There's no doubt. He played 11 seconds of college hockey, and in the end will be one of the most important players in the history of college hockey. And that's not overstating it. What he has done for the hockey community, for the community of athletes, because a lot of these injuries come from sports, as we know, and he built Little Fenway and Little Wrigley now, in a field of dreams, they call it, with corn out in center field in Vermont. He has an annual wiffle ball tournament there every year, and he raises millions of dollars. And his foundation will continue to do that. And every year, back to the question about hockey, every year, dozens of NHL players make their way to this little field in Vermont to play wiffle ball, to honor Travis and to help raise money for his foundation. And I have no doubt that the next time we can all go up there and play the wiffle ball event in person is going to be bittersweet, and it's going to be a massive fundraiser for the Travis Roy Foundation, because his spirit, his memory is going to live a long, long time.
And TC, the last thing, obviously, as a Mainer, you know his legacy here in the Pine Tree State, and as you can imagine, the locals here are obviously showing their support and everything, and that Maine connection, it's kind of a lifelong thing, and now it's going to extend past his life. And what can you expect, from the continued support, even after Travis's passing?
Yeah, obviously I'm a Mainer, but my boys, I had two hockey playing sons, and they grew up in Massachusetts, but they both played in tournaments in Maine at the Travis Roy Arena. And we had amazing conversations. They both got to meet Travis over the years. And so we've had really amazing conversations back when we would see Travis and play at the arena, and now in the last day after his passing, just about what his life's work has meant, and that whole belief that no matter what you're dealt with, you can still have a powerful impact on people. I think that all comes back to Maine. I'm a proud Mainer and always will be. The Roys are a very proud Maine family and always will be. His legacy, while it will extend far beyond Maine and New England, will always have its roots in Maine. And I think we all should be very proud that one of our own, a kid from Maine, who took his ability as high as it could go at the very top of the Division I college hockey world, and then through adversity was able to take that and turn it into a powerful, impactful life. We should all be as fortunate as Travis Roy to find a calling and to be able to pursue it with the passion and dedication that he did.
Well, TC, thank you for giving me a few minutes. I appreciate it, because I know that you're on your way for a little weekend vacation, but I appreciate the time.
Absolutely. And again, anybody up there who's met Travis over the years, I've heard from a lot of people who, it's been interesting, they never met him, but they were so inspired by him, or heard him speak, or saw a video of what he's done. And I think that's a really powerful reminder that, the work in your life goes beyond the people you meet. And that's the case of Travis. So I've heard from a lot of people in Maine today. So, it's an honor to be able to talk about him.